Hello, this is Super Herobrine, and today I will do one of the first videos of the console wars of 2017 through 2019, with what might actually be 2017 through 2020 maybe, or 21, but who cares. So, it's Nintendo Switch versus Xbox Scorpio versus PlayStation 5, seeing which is the more powerful console and which one is better. So, first thing we're going to is to the Nintendo Switch. And today you can see the Nintendo Switch that someone actually got by accident like 2 days ago, which is very strange, but besides that, I'll talk about Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch, the first console to actually be able to switch and take off the controls, and that is both a home console and a portable console. The Nintendo Switch is both, and that's different from all the other consoles. But it might be the only console with an actual screenshot button, because from Xbox Scorpio and PlayStation 5, from what I saw, there is no screenshot button that can later, from what Nintendo said, record videos. And also Nintendo Switch, it costs basically since Wii U $300. But why is that? I don't know, because if Xbox was doing this, it would probably be $400 to $500. But the Nintendo Switch games actually might wreck PS4, because the first game for Nintendo Switch is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is also the last game for Wii U. But the Nintendo Switch might be a really good console for hardcore gamers, because it has, from what we know, a bunch of one-player games like Skyrim, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and maybe Super Mario Odyssey might be one. I don't know, but there's going to be a bunch of one-player games and some multiplayer games, like Minecraft and Terraria and stuff for Nintendo Switch. And motion controls. And motion controls is something that Xbox Scorpio and PlayStation 5 will not have. And Xbox Scorpio is supposed to have no limits, but the Nintendo Switch actually has something that Xbox Scorpio doesn't. Two of those things, it's motion controls and, well, actually three things. Motion controls, the power of the Switch. Okay, I don't know how many. My first thing is Nintendo. It'll have motion controls. It has a record button. It has the power to be portable. And those are the three things that Xbox Scorpio doesn't have, or PlayStation 5. But the Nintendo Switch is going to be a really good console. It might be more powerful to Xbox Scorpio and PlayStation 5, maybe. But Nintendo Switch is released at the right time before Xbox Scorpio, a few months ahead at a legit price, and it's a very powerful console. More powerful than Xbox One. And Nintendo Switch may be getting VR. But it will be able to do a bunch of things that Xbox One couldn't, and Xbox Scorpio and PlayStation 5 can't do, but it'll be able to have more games because it's 100% portable. It's extremely powerful. It might get VR and motion controls. It will have. But what's interesting is Nintendo Switch, when it's undocked, there is a touch screen on the console. But what's the point of the touch screen if, like, you can only use the touch screen when you're using it in the handheld mode or tabletop mode? Like, what's the point of that? Is my question. And also, basically, Joy-Cons are way more powerful than the Wii Remote Plus is. And stuff, but I'm betting Nintendo Switch might be better than Xbox Scorpio. Now let's talk about Xbox Scorpio. So Xbox Scorpio, said to be the most powerful console ever, and will be in 4K, says Xbox, and will have VR, but will be controlled by Xbox One controllers, and be backwards compatible with Xbox One games, which PlayStation 5 might not have and Nintendo Switch doesn't have. But Xbox Scorpio is supposed to be like a really powerful console with a bunch of certs. It's said to be a next-gen machine. But the Xbox Scorpio, the console itself, has never actually been seen, which I find it very strange. Because and something very weird is that the range of Xbox Scorpio is like $600 to $1,000 for the Xbox Scorpio when it releases in December of this year, which is very interesting. If Xbox actually sells it at $1,000, no one would get it. But Xbox Scorpio, it's said now that Xbox Scorpio actually might be the downfall of Xbox. It might be Microsoft's last console for Xbox is Xbox Scorpio, which is bad news for Xbox players. But Xbox Scorpio, because it's controlled by Xbox One controllers, I don't know if there's going to be like it might have the same home menu or something. I don't know. But no one really has that much info about Xbox the Scorpio besides how powerful it is and stuff. But it might wreck the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. There is a chance, though. Now moving on to PlayStation 5. So PlayStation 5, I'm not even sure if this is an actual image of PlayStation 5. This is the most legit image I can find for PlayStation 5. But PlayStation 5, it's coming out later than Nintendo Switch and Xbox Scorpio, which might actually be a bad thing for PlayStation. I mean Sony, because that means when it comes out, like because Nintendo Switch might be a really good console for hardcore players that play by themselves a lot, and PlayStation 5 might just get wrecked by Nintendo Switch because of that, and Xbox Scorpio, because PlayStation 5 might not be as powerful as Xbox Scorpio. And also, yes, I do know those buttons are floating right there, which most probably means it's fake. I don't know, but hopefully this is the real thing, even though the control looks kind of fake because of that. But no one really knows that much about PlayStation 5. They're coming in 2018 to 2020, somewhere near that range. But then there's something else that Sony has prepared. is this. This was actually found. And Sony's might actually be making this console, which might be like a Nintendo Switch and will compete against a Nintendo Switch. This is Sony's worst move for a console before PlayStation 5 is a PlayStation Switch thing. But look, what is that? What is that white circle? What is down there where it says B1? Is that supposed to be like a record button or something? Because it might be. And then what's that button? The BC3 thing. What is that button for? And is this the real deal? What Sony's doing right now before PlayStation 5? And why would Sony make a thing competing Nintendo Switch? No one will buy it because Nintendo Switch will obviously be better than whatever this thing is, because Nintendo Switch is the original. And this thing doesn't look like it has a dock. And also, literally, this is just like a... Like, this is basically a Nintendo Switch and PlayStation Vita combined, which is not that good. But you might be able to slide this stuff off, which is annoying. Will it have motion controls too? I highly doubt it'll have motion controls though, because look at the size of those things. It would not be Joy-Con. It would not be able to have motion controls. It would be like too bulky. And where the joysticks are. Well, this might be what Sony's actually doing right now. But if this console is a real deal for Sony's next console, this will also be a downfall for Sony making a PlayStation, because this is just a copy of the Nintendo Switch. It's completely stupid. The worst idea. That's the dumbest move ever. But will this console... This stuff, it doesn't look like it'll be able to slide off. If it does, literally, it's still... Even if it doesn't, it's still basically copied Nintendo Switch. It looks like it. Well, this console versus PlayStation 5, even though these four consoles I wonder which of these four consoles will do, even though right now I'm actually just competing with these three consoles, and right now it's just basically, from what we know, it's just Nintendo versus Xbox for consoles. Because no one knows how much about PlayStation 5, it's coming out late. And this console will never be as powerful as a Nintendo Switch. It won't even be as powerful as a PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 looks way better than whatever the heck this scrubby thing is. It looks like a piece of crap because it's such a knockoff of what Nintendo has done. Why is it that Sony did this? Like, first it was basically Xbox, Microsoft, and Sony creating their own consoles, and they use controllers that they use for like Nintendo 64, but without like deep Nintendo 64 D-pad they use, which is an idea for Nintendo. That's the first thing that they did. Then they make motion controls to compete with the Wii Remote Plus and Wii Balance Board. But yet Nintendo were the first people to create motion control consoles. Because they did original NES, then the Wii, then the Wii U, then now Nintendo Switch. But now, PlayStation, Sony created the PlayStation Vita to go against the 3DS systems. Now they're doing this, something to compete against the Nintendo Switch or PlayStation Vita 2 or PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 4. I don't know. But the winner for the console wars is a tie between Nintendo Switch and Xbox Scorpio, which I think I mentioned earlier, though. So this is an ultimate console wars between 4 insane consoles. One is a knockoff. One of them is supposed to be the most powerful console ever. One of them is supposed to have the power to switch and be a really powerful console, maybe more powerful than the most powerful console ever, maybe, supposedly. Then, the console that has blue circles and no one knows how much about. It might come in 2017 through 2020. So I officially am done with this video. So I'll make more videos, and I will be making a video about me playing the Wii U and 2DS on the night before Nintendo Switch comes out. So you should watch that. So I'm about to end this video, so bye.